Hey, this is Wenker Reviews, and I'll be doing a video on Suspiria, starring Dakota Johnson. I was really looking forward to watching this, simply because I really love the original. I know a lot of people will bash remakes, but I honestly don't mind them as long as they're good. And going into this, immediately, like the major difference between this movie and the original movie was the fact that the original has more mystery behind it. Like, you don't know, like in the original, you don't know that you're dealing with a bunch of people who are basically into witchcraft. Like, you honestly don't know what's going on. So you're going through the movie with the main character, not trying to figure out what the heck's going on and why there are some girls who are going missing. In the remake, you automatically know from the beginning that you're dealing with a bunch of witches and that and so there's no mystery involving that. In the movie, the witches themselves who play the teachers at the school are basically the forefront of the plot. They're actually the main focus of the movie, like them, trying to cover up their tracks and, punishing any student that disobeys them, punishing, anyone that disrespects them in any kind of way or tries to out them in any kind of way. So that was the main focus of the origin of this remake, which I did appreciate. I actually didn't like it at first, but at the same time, I'm glad they went into the whole into a completely different storyline, because watching a complete copy of the original wouldn't have been as interesting. Now, I have unlike other remakes, this actually does try to make it its own thing. I appreciate the fact that this basically has a different plot line compared to the original, and it's very artsy. Like, the people that put this together put really put effort into it. This movie was clearly not supposed to be a cash grab, even though most remakes are. This movie was very thought out. Even the kill scenes where some girls get killed, those are completely original kills. And I really, really enjoyed those scenes. Like, they were very creative. They like, the way that the girls get killed in this movie are completely, completely different from the original. And I really, really loved that. It was very creative. I loved the music. I loved the dancing and how the dancing was made it was connected to the murders. I really loved that. Don't worry, that's not a spoiler, but I really just loved how different this was from the original, and it wasn't just, a copy and paste just to make money, and it could have easily been that. Now, getting into some things that I did not like. I didn't like Dakota Johnson. I thought she was miscast. Even when before, like, last year, when I heard that this movie was coming out and I heard that she was going to be the star, I did not like her. I didn't like her in 50 Shades of Grey. I just don't like her acting style. She does like the same type of acting in all her movies. She has that whispery, quiet voice. Like, she's basically the same person in any movie that you see her in. I think she's born. I also didn't like the wig that she was wearing, like that lace front. I don't know if that was a wig, lace front, whatever. It looked like a wig. And they looked like they spent a lot of money on this movie. And they put a lot of effort into this movie, but they couldn't get her a decent wig. Like, ugh. Anyway, I also didn't like the ending. I don't know, the ending was very confusing. I might have to watch it again when it comes out on for rental online. But the ending was very confusing. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't think it was fleshed out enough, or maybe I was just missing something. But overall, I do give this a 6 out of 10. This was a lot better than I thought. This movie's very long. This movie's almost 3 hours long, like 2.5 hours long. So I was in the theater for over 3 hours watching this because of the previews. And so you really have to go in knowing that you're going to be in your seat for 2.5 hours. So you won't be checking your watch millions of times trying to see when this movie is going to end. This movie really didn't need to be that long, but it doesn't like reflect negatively on the actual plot. So yeah, I give this a 6 out of 10. It was entertaining. It was very artsy. It was creative. I really liked it. And I do recommend watching it, especially if you did like the original, because this is not a copy of the original. It was very well done. And yeah, so thanks for watching.